Thank you, Mayor and Councilman. My name is Jessica Joy. I am a high school graduate from Cedar Edge, Colorado. After a random rape in Estes Park, Colorado, I spiraled into the pornography industry. I chose to heal at a sex trafficking recovery, and now I carry legislation in 36 states to save our children from pornography. I am here tonight to kindly requesting the consideration of the 9/11 resolution, declaring that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization, and secondly, the exploration of a Constitution restoration ordinance where the town no longer is endorsing, and funding all that is not natural, neutral, nor leads to human flourishing. So let us reimagine a sanctuary city for those who still believe in the Constitution. The FBI defines terrorism in the Code of Federal Regulations as the unlawful use of force and violence against persons or property to intimidate or coerce a government, the civilian population, or any segment thereof in furtherance of a political or social objectives. 28 CFR section 0.85. If over 1,500 locations have been burned to the ground for political or social objectives, would we not agree that this defines a terrorist organization? How did the Democratic National Convention define terrorism? They used the late John Lewis's words and called it good trouble. A former FBI agent tried to warn America of this good trouble by writing the 45 Planks of Communism that was read before Congress in 1963. Is it called good trouble for city councils to defund the police? That's Plank 38. Is it called good trouble for city councils to allow the destruction of business, of local business, and take over big business? That's Plank 37. Is it called good trouble to ban the full gospel and decriminalization in 20 states and 75 city councils? That was Plank 27. Is it called good trouble for Black Lives Matter to demand the nonconformists to commit an act of immorality through coercion of their tax dollars to destroy the nuclear family? We incentivize by funding the lifelong welfare and abortion bills. That was Plank number 40. Is it called good trouble to force the nonconformers to fund castrating, sterilizing, and sexualizing of our children? Furthermore, to violate the Colorado obscenity laws by library obscenity story hour, also known as drag queen story hour, or obscenity parades. That's Planks 39, 40, and 41. Is it called good trouble for state legislators and school boards to sexualize our children starting in kindergarten with teaching gender fluidity, normalizing masturbation, and normalizing touching each other is perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Is it called good trouble for local towns and schools to do away with loyalty oaths like the Pledge of Allegiance and the flag? That's Plank 13. Is it called good trouble for our local courts to weaken our institutes by forcing and endorsing what is not neutral and call it a civil rights violation? That's Plank 16. Is it called good trouble for local government to take down 84 historical statues so far and discredit founding fathers as selfish aristocrats with no concern for the common man? Discredit the American Constitution as calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, and a hindrance to cooperation between the nations on a worldwide basis. That's Planks 39, or that's Planks 29 and 30. On September 11th, 2001, Todd Beamer was just another passenger on flight number 93. After realizing he was just another pawn in destroying the fabric of the United States, he stood in agreement with everyday people just like you. And without any red tape and understanding glances, his battle cry was, "Let's roll!" So this is Planned Parenthood sex education. It's cartoons of masturbation and sex acts. And then I have the Planks of Communism that was read in front of Congress in 1963, if anybody would like a copy. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any information that you wish to leave with the
the communist goals, which are also passing through the cities. I can email you, I have the Restoration Constitution Act that was at the state level, and I can email you individually where it's separated. It's a 23-page long bill, but written by constitutional lawyers.
Or if you can provide us reference, if you would just wish to have that for us for record.
Absolutely.
For your presentation. I can't guarantee there will be action on it, but you can certainly leave the material.
Thank you so much.